welcome to Pick 10. This time we're diving into a mix of thrillers, dark fantasies, sci-fi sagas, and fresh dramas that have taken over July and August releases. From Marvel's strangest worlds to haunting mysteries and pulse-pounding crime thrillers, these are the shows you won't want to miss. Let's begin. Number 10, Agatha, All Along. Marvel fans were introduced to Agatha Harkness during WandaVision, and now she finally takes the spotlight in her own spin-off. Set after the events of Westview, the series follows Agatha as she struggles to regain her powers and influence in a world that has mostly forgotten witches. But regaining power comes at a cost. Drawn into strange alliances and magical conflicts, Agatha must uncover ancient secrets while battling rivals who seek to exploit her vulnerability. The tone blends Marvel spectacle with gothic witchcraft, giving us a darker corner of the MCU filled with magic, humor, and danger. Kathryn Hahn brings back the sharp wit and mischievous edge that made Agatha a fan favorite, while new characters expand Marvel's supernatural universe. Expect curses, betrayals, and plenty of sinister charm in every episode. Number 9, The Assassin, 2025. This tense and stylish thriller follows Julie, a former contract killer who has hidden away on a remote Greek island. She wants peace, but when her estranged son, Edward, arrives looking for answers about his father and her past, the ghosts of her old life return with brutal force. Their uneasy reunion turns into a desperate struggle for survival when Julie's past enemies resurface, pulling both mother and son into a web of conspiracies and revenge. The series doesn't just focus on the action, but digs deep into themes of family, trust, and how violence leaves scars you can't hide. With its Mediterranean backdrop and haunting character study, The Assassin blends intimate drama with high-stakes thrills, making every episode feel like a suspenseful chapter in a larger story of redemption. Number 8, The Acolyte. Set in the Star Wars universe long before the Skywalker saga, The Acolyte dives into the final days of the High Republic era. This is a period when the Jedi are still powerful, but shadows are growing in secret. The story follows a former Padawan who reunites with her Jedi Master as they investigate dark crimes across the galaxy. Their search uncovers a dangerous force that hints at the rise of the Sith. What makes The Acolyte unique is its tone. It's a mystery thriller set against the backdrop of Star Wars, showing political intrigue, shifting alliances, and the fragile balance of light and dark. With breathtaking worlds, complex characters, and a focus on the beginnings of Sith power, the show gives Star Wars fans something fresh and unexpected, while still tying into the mythology that defines the galaxy far, far away. Number 7, Invasion, 2021 to 2025. Invasion is a slow-burning, emotional sci-fi drama that tells the story of an alien arrival from the perspective of everyday people. Across its seasons, we've followed soldiers in war zones, families in crisis, scientists uncovering strange signals, and a young boy with a psychic link to the invaders. The series doesn't rush into explosions and spectacle. Instead, it focuses on how humans react, fracture, and come together in the face of something they can't comprehend. The final season builds toward humanity's attempt to reclaim Earth, with alliances forming in desperation and sacrifices made for survival. With its global scope, emotional core, and layered characters, Invasion proves that alien stories aren't just about survival. They're about what it means to be human when the world we know collapses. Number 6, Ballard, 2025. This spin-off from the Bosch universe focuses on LAPD Detective Renee Ballard, who takes command of a cold case unit with barely any resources. With only a small group of volunteers and limited support from the department, Ballard begins reopening old murder files. What starts as routine police work grows into a deeper conspiracy that points to corruption inside the LAPD itself. At the same time, a cunning serial killer emerges, forcing Ballard to balance her fight for justice with a citywide manhunt. The series captures the grit and detail of classic detective shows while giving Ballard her own distinct voice and challenges. As she battles both criminals and colleagues, the story explores morality, persistence, and the difficult path of pursuing truth in a city that thrives on secrets. Number 5, Hotel Cocaine. Set in 1970s Miami, this gritty crime drama plunges viewers into the chaotic rise of the cocaine trade. At the center is Roman Comte, a Cuban exile and hotel manager who becomes caught between dangerous drug lords, the DEA, and corrupt politicians. The hotel becomes a hub for trafficking, deals, and betrayals, turning every episode into a tense mix of glamour and danger. Unlike typical cartel dramas, Hotel Cocaine doesn't just focus on the drug barons. It shows how ordinary people are pulled into the orbit of crime when survival is on the line. With its neon-soaked atmosphere, morally gray characters, and real historical inspiration, the show captures both the allure and devastation of a city consumed by vice. Number 4. Untamed, 2025. In the stunning wilderness of Yosemite National Park, a body is discovered. Kyle Turner, a grieving park agent, is pulled into the investigation alongside rookie ranger Navasquez. What looks like a tragic accident soon ties back to a cold case Turner failed to solve years earlier, forcing him to confront his own failures. As they dig deeper, they uncover a hidden web of secrets, legends, and betrayals that stretch through the community and the untamed wild itself. Nature is as much an antagonist as the suspects, with mountains, forests, and storms creating both beauty and danger. Untamed combines the tension of a murder mystery with the emotional weight of a man trying to find peace in a world that refuses to let him forget. Number 3. Dexter, Resurrection, 2025. Dexter Morgan isn't dead. After the shocking end of New Blood, he wakes from a coma and makes his way to New York City in search of his estranged son Harrison. Determined to reconnect, he faces new challenges as the old darkness in him refuses to fade. A new killer emerges who follows a code eerily similar to Dexter's, forcing him to confront whether his son is fated to walk the same path. Familiar faces return, including Angel Batista, and the past collides with the present as Miami's most infamous blood spatter analyst once again becomes a magnet for danger. Resurrection asks the question fans have always feared. Can Dexter ever truly escape who he is, or is the dark passenger his only destiny? Number 2. Marvel Zombies. Marvel takes a bold leap into horror with Marvel Zombies, an animated series that imagines what happens when Earth's mightiest heroes become the undead. Based on the famous comic arc, the show explores a world overrun by zombie versions of Avengers, X-Men, and more. Survivors must find ways to fight back against former heroes who are now their deadliest enemies. It's dark, violent, and filled with twisted versions of iconic characters fans love. Beyond the gore, the series asks big questions about hope, survival, and what happens when the very symbols of protection become the greatest threat. For Marvel fans looking for something different, Marvel Zombies offers a mix of horror, action, and shocking emotional stakes. Number 1. The Sandman, 2022. Adapted from Neil Gaiman's iconic graphic novels, The Sandman is a masterpiece of dark fantasy television. It follows Dream, also known as Morpheus, ruler of the dreaming. After being imprisoned for over a century, he escapes to rebuild his realm and restore balance to both dreams and reality. Along the way, he faces escaped nightmares, cosmic siblings like death and desire, and otherworldly forces, including Lucifer. Each episode is a blend of myth, horror, philosophy, and imagination, creating a universe unlike any other on television. Visually stunning and emotionally layered, The Sandman is about more than just gods and dreams. It's about humanity itself, our hopes, our fears, and the stories we tell. It stands as one of the most ambitious and spellbinding series of recent years. That's our countdown. These shows prove that television is pushing boundaries in every direction, from twisted thrillers to cosmic sagas. If you enjoyed this Pick 10, stay tuned for more recommendations on the best shows you need to watch right now. Thanks for watching.